Hello, we are back for another Spider-Man double draft, and this is quite the starting pack. Options here, Rise of the Swarm is a good card, but I think we're going to stick with blue. Angler's Shield is a high ceiling card. Vex Bots is a consideration here. Lost and Let Jar technically can be bad, you play it. Doesn't affect the board right away. But I've been able to have a lot of fun with this. I think it could be more correct to take Vex Spots, have a 2-drop that affects the field and adds a body, as opposed to Angler's Shield, which is 4-drop, doesn't put a body on the board. Neither is Lost Jara, not until phase 2 if you can play a card. But we've copied Watcher on the road with this. It's so much fun. We'll see if Wonder Weave Aerialist or Vex Spots wheel. Confessor's Binding is fabulous. I will take it. It is going to go alongside One Weave Aerialist. Pinnacle Research Team is another card that I consider in best of 3. It'll probably wheel. Since games can go long enough, you actually spend 7 mana to draw several cards. Confessor's Binding is maybe more like a green-white card, and Clutter Cluster is probably all round the very best card in this pack. But if we're going to be blue-white, I think I still like Confessor's Bindings. You can draw a lot of cards off it. And even though it's not helping you in web, as long as you can survive, that card advantage should help you pull ahead. Let's see if these 2 blue cards wheel. Hide and Mundanity, we absolutely will take, and we'll take another Aerialist. We'll jam as many Aerialists as we are given. Laszlo is great, but he's just red. So if we wheel Ulks and Etzli, we hopefully we'll not have to play either of them. Bargain Spinner is a real card that we want to pick up now. We could just take the pastry here. It goes nicely with the 2 Wonder Weave Aerialists we already have, as does Unstable Experiment. But I'd like to spec on getting a Bargain Spinner. Oh, Vex Bots wheel, as did the Wonder Weave Aerialist. That is a very good sign. We'll have less villains in blue-white than we will blue-black. But we could still very much end up with a number of villains that make that playable. And we do get reward for speccing on the Robotics Mastery by finding a Bargain Spinner in Pack 2. Now, Wonder Weave Aerialist is here. We could be really greedy and let it wheel, try and take a Goro. But we'll take a Wonder Weave Aerialist. Probably play the Vision once it wheels. Bellion is double blue. I think he's too hard to cast to pick up. It's probably better to just stick with these. Prince Ref is actually probably better. We'll pick him up. Secret Identity can be nice, but we don't really ever want to run more than one, I don't think. And now, Villainous Wrath is here. That's wild. We'll take actually a Data Scrubber over an Alley Lurkers. We get the Connive right away on a Wonder Weave Aerialist, and the Graveyard Hate may be relevant. As may the Connive. Another Confessor's Bindings. Two is almost definitely too many. Phantasmal Vision is here. We'll pick up a Reality Fulcrum and probably not play it. Secret Identity and Bellion both wheel. We'll put Bellion in the main. The combat tricks Another alley lurkers. Six spiders. Zora is actually surprisingly good here in our blue-white deck, but we'll happily take a pitch in a Spectacular Tactics. Another Terla. Snatchback and a land here. This University Campus might be a little awkward for a pigeon, but we only have one pigeon right now, and I think it's worth having the Surveil in best of 3. Counter spell for best of 3. I don't think it'd go in our main deck, but we could side it in. Mob Lookout is the other consideration here. Where's our removal? Just hide in Mundanity. We can fetch it with I don't know that we meant to take this, but it's in our deck now. Gotta be careful balancing this thing. Probably don't want Spectral Restitching because we're going to be putting modified counters on our cards. Okay, these packs seem pretty stacked, to be honest. We saw a Villainous Wrath get passed. Could have picked up multiple Terras and had a nice blue-black deck, but I'm pretty happy with the blue-white deck we've created here. Let's start cutting Lurkers. Put the do-nothings over here in a pile. Kind of a do-nothing. Arala's getting cut. That's more the amateurs. Something we'll probably only sideboard in. Oops, where is... Come back, come back, come back. Vex Spots has 5 villains. Snatchback, I think, has to stay because we do not have much interaction, as you can see. That looks like the deck. Wonderweave Arios would love maybe another pastry or two for counters. Maybe even better the Unstable Experiment. But we do have ways to put counters on them. And it's possible some of them, before they even have counters, will bait out removal in anticipation of being given flying. Play first. Pigeon turn 1, we keep both colors. we'll play another flyer. I feel like we're blue-white meanies at this point. He could have removal here, so we'll attack first. He does. I think the best thing to toss here is that Box Mastery. We already have a 5-drop. That will serve us better, I think. There goes an angle for his shield. We'll flash in Alley Workers at the end of his turn. Missing another land is unfortunate. Yikes. That's especially scary with Trample. Oh, yuck. Is it Snatchback? So we play both Wonderweave Arrows. So we use our mana efficiently this turn. So it can send 9 trample at us right now. Keep this alive, and he's dead in the air on the crackback, assuming he doesn't have anything. This will do 7, 8, 9. All right. That was tight, but 1 is not 0. He has some removal from when we attack. We should remember that. That may play out nicely with the airless. Maybe on the play we drop something like the Confessor's Bindings. Throw in another Alley Workers. We'll put the planes out on the field before our tap lane. Once we see some 2-drop we really want. And even if we do see a 2-drop, we'll probably just play the island. There we go. No 2-drop, we'll play out tap lane this turn, throw out another pigeon. Okay, no instant spell. It looks like he doesn't have that destroy target attacking or blocking creature unless he passes very quickly. Hold up counterspell mana, but throw out the ally lurkers. Oh, it's... Does he run a regulation size deck? 33 plus 7. He's run 42. He's run a couple extra. Nothing egregious for best 3. Lost and Luchara will copy Kuminoso next turn. Be pretty sweet. Want nothing but playables. Maybe we toss the Wonder Weave Aerialist. Looks like it doesn't matter. Poor opponent, stuck on 2 lands, but we've been there. That's magic. Mr. Nox, the Phyrexia 1 avatar. This is definitely something we'll keep. Hit him with the hello right back. Cactarantula salad. Okay. Don't have any villains for Vex spots, so we'll play our ward creature first. Start out with Pigeon. If he wants to counter it, so be it. If he spends 3 mana to equip his ally lurkers, we're going to feel pretty good. We're going to be able to equip the Angler Shield to Wonder Weave Aerialist. Give flying, we'll have Ward to protect it, we'll draw cards off it, and it'll just be an all-around good time. He has 1 mana open, there's nothing he can do for 1 mana, so let's equip Aerialist. I guess we'll sit back with the Pigeon for a double block? No, we'll just pull. We are in range of Spectacular Tactics now. If he draws another land, he can play it. But he's going to equip it, looks like. That's pretty sweet for us. Does that count as modified? Modification equipments, auras, yeah. Sweet. So Robotics Mastery on the Pigeon here is going to be pretty sweet. 7 damage. Make 1/1s, draw 2 cards, and now I feel like we can't lose. Nice, Mr. Nox agrees. And that's the power of these blue-white decks. You get Wonder Weave Aerialists out flying, their body is just a little too big, and their ward makes removing them a little too expensive, and opponents will die in the air before they get to play out their hand. What is his horsey doing? Does it normally start over there? There's me mulligan. Okay, this is better. Toss an island. Definitely do not want to throw out Confessor's Bindings first turn. Nothing to do till turn 4. Besides Snatchback. Like Confessor's Bindings is not good. We don't want to Snatchback without the bounce. But we may. We'll get card advantage off Bargain Spinner. But let's see if he plays something scarier before we bounce this Ally Workers. Ooh, Vizine. If we snatch back here, he'll not be able to cast Vizine for anything. I think that's worth it. Like he won't have any target to copy. Well, this deck's kind of crazy. Oh. Well, there goes Vizine. Accomplishes the same thing. Okay, Hide in Mundane is going to be fetched now that we have Robotics Master in hand. Oh, or we can get Angler Shield. Let's get Angler Shield. Boo! We can still tap it for Confessor Bindings. No blocks. It's gonna seem crazy, but we're gonna play Pigeon, Confessor's Bindings, tap both of them, end turn, try and draw a land. No, oh, we just need a land. Ozor. It's gonna be an issue. We may have skilled ourselves with the Confessor's Bindings. Stitcher's Wings is not going to help. So now we're looking at too much fluff in the deck. Our high drops are all in our hand. I think literally these are the most expensive cards in our deck. Everything besides the Prince Ref and Pinnacle Research team are here with CMC 4 or more. Okay, we'll die here if we don't block, so let's block. Rishi is a problem. We need to play creatures, otherwise we won't have enough blockers. We could gain life though if we did a 3-mana play. No flyer. Okay. So we would be dead if you just put that on Rishi. Well, I guess I'll give flying to Rishi, so it doesn't matter. Alright, let's give it to him. Okay, Stitcher's Wings is gone. Goodbye. Putting it away for another alley workers. Fine. I'm not happy about it, but fine. Oh, why is this in our deck? Blue-black? Counter. Alley workers of his own. Counter. Still alright. Reminder that just because a card has flash doesn't mean you need to flash it in. We could have avoided counterspell by flashing our alley workers in there. One mana. He gave +2/+2, 3 toughness. An unstable experiment would still be fine. Let's see what we draw off of this. Force him to connive if we do that. Kind of way playable. He does have the zine, but I'm also not too worried if that's what his turn looks like. Okay, this is more of a problem. 3/2 attacks through, draws him a card. We'll have to let that through. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we get a land, we can bargain spinner and hide in mundanity. What untapped land? Robotics Mastery. Okay. One. What do we have to deal with? Snatchback. Spectacular Tactics. And Race. We have our own Robotics Mastery as well. We can get Aerialist flying here. Do draw a card, okay. So he's attacking us for 9 if he connives away a playable in the air. Another case where bindings may be contributing to why we lose. Yuck. So I think we'll just block a 2/2 here. Unless he connives away a playable. That's the play, right? Force us to jump. I mean, what can we draw? Robotics Mastery? Oh, this doesn't have flying. We have to chump, so it's the pigeon. Anything to bounce or remove our pigeon. Yeah, that's gonna be enough. Yep, figured out. Okay, so let's think about this here. I think Confessor's Bindings is too bad, and blue-white, and we just throw 2 ally workers in. Those losses definitely felt like a misbuild. If that Confessor's Binding was something else, we probably win the last match, and we have a better chance of the last match game. And if we had played something else game 2, we would have had a better chance of winning. I wouldn't say we would win. We were struggling with lanes there. I think that's a skill that requires playing in a set, unless you're very good at it, to get used to. It's different sets. You can get away with different levels of greed, and Spiderman does not feel like a set where you can be totally greedy. Definitely decks that curve out and kill you. I mean, the deck we're running has the potential to do that for sure. we will keep it. No pigeons, but got aerialist and vision and alley lurkers. It's a nice little 2-3 curve out. We also didn't take the black blue land out. We'll need to pop that out when we sideboard and before our third match. And we're not actually gonna block the Caracals. He'll threaten activation whenever he swings. I think Aerials will be better because they'll have ward. So the only thing you can remove it with is shock. And if he does remove it with shock, then we're up a mana. As it'll cost him 3 CMC to get through the ward. If he pumps per turn, that's great. He does not. Another Caracat. He's holding up instant speed reaction, so it looks like he does have a shock. He could have a Skittering Kitten, but I guess we offer the trade here. He doesn't know if we have Unstable Experiment. If he doesn't tap out, it might be awkward for us. If it is a Skittering Kitten, okay. If we flash in our alley lurkers and he just shocks it for 1 mana. We just take it here. Our alley lurkers are more valuable than his Caracals. Feel. Toss the pigeon here. Okay. It's a 2-for-1 on himself. And now he doesn't have green mana to trade. So we'll just block. If he has a combat trick, so be it. It's going to come in tapped even if he grabs it for us. Yep, looks like he did think it would come in untapped, like thought he got us. There goes Lost in the Jara. Would have been a pretty nice play, but I don't mind getting a land for Robotics Mastery here. We'll flash in Alley Lurkers at the end of his turn. think I will trade for a 3/3. This is pretty safe with ward. I mean, in case he is in web block, doesn't change the air clock. He does have in web. I'm glad we block. Guess we don't need to do that yet. We're attacking in the air. I'll put counters on the stuff, but it's probably going to be better to play Hide and Mundanity on a creature that potentially has reach or flying and kill him this coming turn than just throw it on Alessos and Pross. Did a good game from the opponent. I think it was pretty genuine. Do we want to change anything on the play? I mean, I wouldn't mind Arala with all these Alley Lurkers to Data Scrubbers to connive, but I think our 4-drop slot is pretty heavy as is. Another potential cut is the Vexed bots. I don't know that we do have enough villains for it to be good here. I mean, I guess if we play it as a 2-drop and it gets to 3/3 most of the time, or at least 2/2, then it's not too bad. But if we top deck it and we're in a defensive position, then might not do enough quick enough. It's not the kind of deck we are, though. 4 run regulation. Alright. I do appreciate him popping the land right away this time, so we don't have to wait. Unless he plays something real juicy. Cast Hide and Mundanity on, that's not it. And we will just play the tap land here since we're hideout. We forgot to remove it again. Notably. The good news is, if we win, then we can just make this change once to remove the Sinister hideout instead of sideboarding out and then forgetting to remove it from our main deck before our next match. Is he actually going to remove the pitching? I've got no problem with that. He did have a shock. No shock. I think it's actually Prince Rep here first. Make a nice blocker. Out of range of 3 damage spells like Knife Trick, and it doesn't put LA Workers out of shock range yet, but will eventually. If he has a combat trick, so be it. We won't let him pump with the Carcals. Okay, yep, that's fine. It's 1 for 1. And Gallant Citizen is not a spider, so he's spending 2 mana. Ooh, he does Ryan's Brain. And 2 for 1's himself again. Okay, Lost No Char, copying Bargain Spinner is actually going to be... We need to put Angler Shield back here. Only able to go grab Angler Shield, but I think we still do it. Land might have been better because we could have held up Hide and Mundane or Unstable Experiments. Oh no, we can also fetch Robotics Mastery. This is pretty sweet. I think getting the land instead of Obscura Alley Lurkers was definitely correct then, because we got gas. We just want to play it out. Bargain Spinner. Okay. He does have Shock Mana open. Unstable Experiment is going to be nice here. Win combat, draw some cards. Kuminosa, okay. Let's see. We can do 11 damage. We can do... Yeah. Might as well play it safe. Good mannered opponent. See a lot more friendlies in the bronzies, I feel, than the platinums and diamonds. Platinum seems like the grouchiest, TBH. Okay, well, if we had built right, this was probably a deck that should have gone 3-0. but we were greedy with Stitcher's Wings. I think both with our pick and actually putting it in our deck. We just threw a few more alley lurkers down on the field instead of having this thing, the Confessor's Bindings, and we would have been better off. I think this is much better in green-white, where we're gaining life, and we're tapping our creatures for in-web anyways. So, oh well. We'll build better next time, and take our 2-1.